Hi guys, Masha here from Masha Plans and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of Dingbats Notebook. I want to be clear here, they did send me their notebook to try out, but all the opinions here are my own. Let's dive in. There was a little information sheet which was on the top in the package. But honestly, I couldn't wait and I wanted to unpack it. I took it off and it's about noisy anyways. This is a Lebanese brand and this is a notebook from Dingbats Wildlife Collection. It is an A5 Plus notebook with 100 GSM coated cream paper. It's A5 Plus because it's actually a bit bigger than the standard A5 size, which is perfect because A5 is a bit too small for me. For comparison, here's my Rhodium Mines notebook, which is a standard A5, and you kind of can see that the Dingbats notebook is a little bit bigger, maybe half a centimeter. So yeah, that's something to consider when you're going to be buying this notebook. Going back to the brand, it's a Lebanese brand and they produce vegan and eco-friendly notebooks. This means that they use no chemicals and they use recycled products to create their notebooks. So it's all degradable and it's wonderful that they care about our nature so much. This notebook is covered with eco-friendly PU leather, so it's all natural and all safe. Their design goes together with their eco-friendly theme. On this notebook there is a little elephant on the cover and the collection is called Wildlife. You can see that on the cover there's also a little stitching, which is a nice add-on just design-wise, and the texture of the cover kind of resembles elephant skin and is just so nice. The notebook has a ribbon, which is pretty standard, and it also has a pen holder, which is also made of rubbery material, so you can put in there any size of the pen. But of course, if you use a bigger pen, it might kind of stretch it a little bit. Let's give it a try with my fine liner to kind of see how it looks. So that looks pretty nice. I'm quite excited to use a notebook with a pen loop because I actually never used one before. Let's see how much I'm going to be using it. There is also a bookmark, but in this notebook there is only one. So let's see what's inside the notebook. Since it's all about nature and animals, when you open it you see little footprints. And these are usually the footprints of the animal you have on the cover. In this case, it's an elephant, and these are extremely adorable. I love them. And of course, there is a little space to write whose notebook it is and if you want to return it if you get it lost and stuff. Once you switch to next page, it just starts from empty dotted pages. The notebook has 192 pages, so it's a pretty solid journal. On the back there is also a pocket and it came with a little leaflet. Let's see, the pocket is pretty big. I think you would be able to fit whatever you might usually need to carry with you for your planning. Inside the pocket there is one little flyer where they have different information on all the notebooks they have in their collection. They have two collections, a wildlife and earth collection. Mine is a wildlife collection and they have a bunch of different notebooks there, different sizes and different grade. Of course I had to choose A5 Plus with dotted pages. This is my first Dingbats notebook, so I can't really say what's happening with Earth collection, but from what I understand it's a little bit more oriented for bullet journal, as in it has more functionality. Let's get into the paper inside the notebook. Pages are really nice, they're very sleek and they feel pretty thick. They are 100 GSM, which is a pretty good thickness for a page, so there should not be any ghosting or bleeding. but we will see it later during the pen test. The pages are also cream colored, which means that there is a chance that your colors will look a bit different, but it doesn't look too yellow, so I think it should be fine, but again, we'll see during the pen test. Important thing to note here that the pages are not numbered, so if you do need numbers in your pages, you would have to number them yourself. Personally, for me, it's not a problem because I don't really use my index that much, and I'll have a link in the description on the post I did on my blog about index and why you might need an index and why you might not need an index. So I think it's going to help you to figure out whether it's a deal breaker or it should be fine. There are also no pre-made pages, which is actually fine by me because I really prefer to make all my pages by myself. Now let's check how it lays, and I'm not gonna break a spine or anything. I'm just kind of gonna put it open, and oh my god, look at this, it looks great. There is something interesting I noticed about that each page is actually perforated, which is pretty interesting. It kind of means that you'll be able to take out the page without damaging the structure of the notebook. It's not really a feature I ever seen in any other journals. That's about it, and I think we can just go into a pen test. I have here all the pens I use most of the time, and some I don't really use that much, but let's go one by one. First one is a Staedtler fine liner. And just to remind you guys, I will have all of these items linked in the description in case you want to check it out. So this is a 0.3 Staedtler fine liner. Next, I'm trying another fine liner, Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liner. Let's go into highlighters. So I got two of my favorite Zebra Mile liners. Next, I'm going through Crayola Super Tips. This is Pentel Touch, which is very small tipped brush pen. Now let's go into brush pens. My first one is of course Tombow Feud, which is very similar to Pentel actually. This is another small tip brush pen. This one is by Zebra. This one is Tombow Dual brush pen. I chose purple since it's the dark one, so I'm expecting it to be seen better. And next one is Kuretake Zig brushables, which are great and I really love them. Another Kuretake one is Kuretake Fudebiori. Two more brushes are Sakura Koi, which are some of my favorite brushes. And the final brush pen is Ecoline brush pen. Those tend to bleed through most of the things because they are too much of watercolor brushes. These are most of the pens I have, and let's see, there is no bleeding and there's barely any ghosting. My final thoughts on the notebook are I absolutely love it. It's great quality. There are a few cons, which is that there is no numbers on the pages, there is no pre-made pages, but those are not an issue for me, and I'm quite excited to start using this notebook. What about you? What notebook are you using? Please let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. I see you next time.